When I was looking for the Vargas Entrada, I would have given anything to have found this video series. So this wasn't a commercial success, but to the person who's like, I want to know about that 1694 Vargas Entrada that went into Colorado. This is going to be a gold mine. This is going to be a gold mine. I'm like, what? And how could you be a Coloradan and really not even know when the beginning of your written history began? You don't even know when your written history began. Tartaria, shut the fuck up. That's what white supremacists are, such fucking dumbasses. They'll believe conspiracy theories. They'll believe that the earth is flat. They'll believe every dumb motherfucking thing that possibly could be fucking believed in order to justify and back up their ignorance. In order to... No Native Americans, no Spanish conquistadors. None of that happened, huh? None of that actually happened. So it was Tartaria the whole fucking time. White supremacists, they're so fucking dumb, they won't even look at history and say, hey, Vargas was, the white man, he was here first, whatever. They won't even do that. They'll fucking throw that shit out and just make it all up as if what? Just one big fucking coat of whiteness forever and ever? Jesus Christ. Friday, July 16th, 1694, the said governor and captain general divides the forces going with 40 soldiers to reconnoiter the mesa of the rebels. He orders the Maestre de Campo to proceed with the royal army and horse herd via the Pueblo of Jacona to the Villa of Santa Fe, on which road he will catch up with him on the 16th morning of the present month of July of the said date near the said force, having in accordance with my order made ready to enter the Villa of Santa Fe at a good hour because of my worry, I, said governor and captain general, Capitan, said governor and Capitan general wished to know if they had any misfortune during my long absence. In order that the said army might proceed by the direct route because of the supplies they carried, I gave orders, after having separated and assigned 40 soldiers, including the 2 captains of the Presidio and of the militia, military officers, including my Secretary of Government and War, I gave orders, as has been said, to the Maestro de Campo to proceed with the said royal army by the direct road which comes out to the Pueblo of Jacona, in order to enter the Villa of Santa Fe by the direct route. Jacona! There's a Pueblo. I would have passed them in the meantime if I had not scouted and seen some smoke signals made other times by the rebels on the mesa of the Pueblo of San Ildefonso. And therefore the said Maestro de Campo immediately set out with the said royal army, and I said, Governor and Captain General proceeded to reconnoiter the mesa, which was not only occupied as I left it, but also the rebellious tribes of Tanos, Tiguas, Picuris, Taos, and Jemez were gathered together there. And when I arrived at the point that falls to the Rio del Norte, there were many people on the lower Mesilla who, seeing how few I had, thought I had come, like other times, to attack them. And although some shots were fired at them, they were not as timid as in previous times when I had come to reconnoiter. As a result, I noted and realized the presence of new people, and fearing that they might lay some ambush when they saw me divided from said army and troops, taking precaution lest a misfortune befall me or said troops, I ordered my men to close ranks and retreat, telling them that I had only come to reconnoiter and see if this mesa was occupied, and so that the camp might not miss the road. I had separated from them in order not to have any misfortune in this campaign by lingering to kill 4 to 6 Indians, that at the right time I would come with their graces to make war on them, the rebels, so their desire might be accomplished. And I told Sargento Juan Ruiz to start out and take a shortcut to join said royal army and troops, and that I'd follow him with my men. And he did, leaving by the way which cuts along the cliff La Silla, which is very difficult, dangerous, and lengthy. I came down from it until I came in sight of and near the said Pueblo of Jacona, where I joined said army and troops where they were going by. I traveled under its protection because many of the said rebels had come down and followed me along the road by the cliff to yell at me and show themselves along the sharp ridges, cuchillas, where I had come down, and so descended to the Pueblo of Tesuque. I was also detained there for more than 2 hours, waiting for the whole army to pass in order to give it time to go through part of the 3 rough wooded montuosas leagues with many gullies, barrancas, from there to said villa. After the horse herd having arrived and I changed horses as did the others, I set out, leaving many soldiers of said squadron on the road to outfit and escort said troops that I had left behind in the charge of the captain and the soldiers of the Presidio. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I entered the villa, where I was received with happiness for my successful arrival and for the supplies of food, for they did not have any. It was divine providence, that impelled me to go to the said Pueblo of Taos for supplies. My lieutenant reported to me, as the rest, that it was very quiet here in the villa, without a single rebel Indian even coming to reconnoiter as they had done on other occasions. The one in charge had sent different soldiers every day to see whether they had found tracks which were not seen during my absence, and it was between 3 and 4 in the afternoon when all the army and troops were within the villa, all being well with them in the villa. So that this Entrada campaign made in 17 days, including coming and going, staying and returning, having traveled from 100 to 120 leagues, may be of record. I signed this along with my military leaders and Secretary of Government and War, Don Diego de Vargas, Zapata, Laxampanze de Leon, Rubica, Antonio Giorgi, Rubica, Diego Arias de Quiros, Rubica, Antonio Valverde, Rubica, before me, Alfonso Real de Aguilar, Secretary of Government and War. Secretary of Government and War. So there you go. That's the first white motherfucker to come into Colorado without goddamn permission. Just come in, motherfucker.